All right, I got no intro for this video, so I'm just gonna show you guys how I made this ambient type beat for Kankan. All right, so really quick before we jump into this, I just want to say that I activated the memberships for this channel. So if you guys ever watch my live streams and you want to support or anything, you can join the channel as a member and you'll get access to a couple cool things. So the first thing is you'll get early access to all of my uploads. The second thing is that you'll get a 25% off discount code to all of my kits on BeatStars. And this code lasts for as long as you are a member of the channel, so it'll never run out. So as long as I keep dropping kits, you can keep using this discount. Or if you have kits that you've been wanting from me, you can use the discount as well. And then the third thing is you'll get access to 2 exclusive channels in my Discord, both of them having to do with the streams that I do. I usually will use your guys' loops when I cook up on stream, and this channel is kind of a way to prioritize the people who are members of this channel. So when I go live, I'll be checking those loops first. And then this also applies to the other channel, which is a subscriber feedback channel. So you guys can put your beats in there either off or on stream, and I will prioritize getting review and feedback of those first before I listen to anything else. And yeah, this is just a really cool way to support me and kind of get access to a couple cool perks. So that's it for that little announcement, and we can jump right back into this beat. All right, so like I said in the intro, this is like a Kankan type of beat. And of course I went with the ambient style just because that's my favorite type of Kankan. And right away we got a piano as the first sound. And this is the augmented grand piano VST, and I used the tape piano preset. And then if I just zoom this out a little bit, you can see the full MIDI. So basically what we have is just an A sharp minor chord that plays pretty much the entire time. And then I just dropped down the bass notes 4 semitones and then brought this one up at the end. So like I said, if you don't know how to build a chord, like I said, we're in A sharp minor. So to build an A sharp minor chord, you would just skip every note in the scale. And so what I did is I put this C sharp here, pitched it up, and then pitched it down 1 in the scale. And that just kind of creates a little bit of tension for that chord to start off with. And then I just kind of strummed out these notes to give more of a rhythm. And then I really just added this top line that repeats 4 times over. So with that preset and this MIDI, we end up getting this. So like I said, sticking to that minor scale is the best for these type of beats because it brings that sort of dark emotion. And then for the second sound, I'm using Analog Lab, and I'm using this Key Visions preset from this Max Shooter and Eza bank, the artillery bank. And I just laid down this kind of super fast, plucky lead kind of pattern almost. This is just another key sort of ambient sound, spacey sound that can help build these melodies out and add a little bit more of melodic elements. So then next we got a classic pad, and this is the Night Sweep pad. And this is from a new kit that me and Gateway are working on. If you guys want to stay up to date with that, you can either join my Discord or follow us on Instagram. So I just copied the same MIDI over from the first piano, and I just took off the high notes. So on that one, we just have some EQs to cut the lows out again and some of the highs to kind of tuck it in the background a little bit. And I forgot to mention, but on that other Analog Lab preset, it's pretty much just the same EQs, cutting the lows out. So then next we have another one shot from this new kit. It's called the Fall On Bell. And I wanted to have these sort of little stabby accent notes, but also have some cool motion to them. So what I did is I utilized the slide notes to get kind of a cool rhythm. So then next we have another one shot from this new kit. It's called the Fall On Bell. And I wanted to have these sort of little stabby accent notes, but also have some cool motion to them. So what I did is I utilized the slide notes to get kind of a cool rhythm. So then next we have another one shot from this new kit. It's called the Fall On Bell. And I wanted to have these sort of little stabby accent notes, but also have some cool motion to them. So what I did is I utilized the slide notes to get kind of a cool rhythm. And then on that one, we have just some EQs to cut the lows out, and then this fruity delay 3. And what I did is I turned the ping pong on, turned the cutoff down a little bit, and turned the wet knob down a little bit. And then, like I said at the beginning of this video, I wanted to add some more like orchestral type of stuff to this loop. So I got this arcade patch pulled up, and it's from the Overture Bank. This is crazy sauce for any like orchestral stuff. And I use this Undying Love like pack, and then I just lay down these notes. Super cool, realistic sounding like strings, and they have a ton of cool different like phrases and stuff. So definitely a cheat code for any kind of orchestral stuff. On that one, I just have this Rayom, which is a reverb plugin, and I just turn the mix and the decay down a little bit. And then again, I just have EQs to kind of shape the sound. Then the next thing I did was added another pad one shot to kind of give it a little bit more ear candy and just kind of like little things that happen throughout the melody to make it more interesting. Utilizing just like solid one notes of like a one shot can really add a lot of cool textures to your beat. I think utilizing one shots in this way can really help kind of spice up your beat a little bit. Like, I don't really necessarily use one shots to make like full patterns that much. I like to use them if one just like sounds cool on its own. You can literally just use it as like a texture. And then I got this bass. This is just like a classic Reese bass, but this one is from the new kit as well. So definitely go cop this kit when it comes out. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, that is it for the entire loop. I'll just play it all together so you guys can hear what it sounds like. So pretty melodic, but like spacey and kind of that orchestral vibe. All right, so I'm gonna hop over to the other FLP and I'm gonna show you guys how I did the drums. All right, so I'm in the other FLP where I did the beat, and the BPM is set to 132. So I didn't really change that for the loop. That's what I made the loop in, and I kept it for the beat. And then what I did is I just arranged the loop in the other FLP a little bit. But in here I ended up kind of cutting it up to sort of fit how I wanted it. And I like to start off the beat sort of with like a more calm intro that has just the piano playing, and then I kind of brought in all of the other instruments and pads like throughout the middle section, and then it kind of wraps back around to just the like piano. So hopping over into a different arrangement, we have 8 different drum patterns, and first one is just this simple clap. I used a lot of 22 Nate drum sounds for this, being that he is kind of like the ambient Kankan guy when it comes to this stuff. So this first clap is the Can't Go Wrong clap. And then we have the Money Factions hi-hat, and I just kind of laid down this sparse but kind of bouncy hi-hat pattern. I think I say this in a lot of the Kankan videos, but for these beats and the hi-hat specifically, it's cool to just kind of experiment with like weird bounces. So like right here, I kind of shifted these notes off grid a little bit, and it just kind of creates a cool little stutter that's kind of unique. Then we got this open hat, the regular open hat. Then we got this must-have snare. Again, sort of just kind of shifting these off the grid a little bit, creates a cooler bounce. Then of course we got the yeet bell. And then we got a little snap percussion that kind of comes in at the end of each 4 bars. And then last but not least, we got 2 different 808s. So in typical ambient Kankan style, I use this sort of like subby 808. I really kind of wanted to have like a crazy, just like weird bounce for the 808s in this first half, and then kind of have like a steady rhythm and progression for the second part. So that's why I added a bunch of these different rolls and like just kind of weird stutters and stuff. And then the other 808 is the 808 CTM Geeky from the Hey Lotus kit. So yeah, that's it for all of the drum sounds. Pretty simple arrangement. It's just this literal pattern repeated a bunch of times. All I did was really cut like 2 bars of the intro, took out some of the percussion for the first half, brought it back in, and just repeated that pattern over 4 different times. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this beat. Let me know what you guys think of it. I personally love these style of beats. I could make these for weeks and never get bored of them. I'm also curious, do you guys think Kankan's actually gonna drop an album soon? Let me know. I hope he does. I'm looking forward to that, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out my drum kits, they're in the description. Join my Discord, and also check out the member feature if you want. I would really appreciate it, any sort of support. But yeah, that's going to do it for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.